what's up, guys? Holding hands with you here, bringing you Dr. Stone Chapter 77 review. This was titled The Power of Science. This was supposed to be the last chapter of this arc, supposedly, of this battle between Shishio and his men and Senku and his boys. And I have to say that ending was dynamite, pun intended. The beginning of the chapter starts off with his name is Hyuga. He's going after one half of the, Senku's people, and Shishio is going after the other half. And these guys are putting up a good fight, but it's not like they're taking all their hits, but they getting knocked down, and as fast as they knock down, someone else gets back up to defend them. And they basically stalling these two for Senku, Chrome, and Jin to do some experiment that's inside the cave. And they stalling, trying to stall, and they putting up a good fight, but Senku and not Senku, sorry, getting all the names mixed up. Shishio and Hugo is just too much. Their power and speed and their skills, they're just too much. Like, these guys are just incredible. They're gonna have another league. And while this is going on, we have Chrome, Senku, and Jin in the cave. And Chrome leaves to go get something, and Jin tries to tell him to come back here, but Senku stops him, like, oh, he has his own things and plans and science. Let's just stop and let's just worry about this. So they gather in all this stuff and acid and stuff, and they try to make something, but he forgot one ingredient and they failed. But luckily, Chrome went to the tank that they use in that bluff tank, the gorilla tank, and he took some materials from there, and exactly what he took is what they needed. So they combined it together and whatever, and they made basically the acid needed for dynamite. And their problem was how they gonna get this, to the battlefield. How they gonna use it? Because it's dynamite. It can take out a lot of people. Big range. So they're discussing this, and my favorite character so far, Jin, comes out of nowhere, and he pokes Senku in the head with a paper airplane. And he made this special airplane of paper that it's known to be like the best one so far, and it can go the farthest, and it's the most sturdiest. So they dip it in, the nitric acid, and they throw it in the battlefield. And then the next thing we know, boom, explosion. We get the last panel, and it's just an explosion. Like I said, this chapter was dynamite. But that was the end of the chapter, basically. Very insane. We had some good parts, especially the battle between Shishio versus Magna, Dex, and I forgot the guy with the glasses and the spear who fought Magna in the semifinals. We have those three versus Shishio, and then we have Kahaku. She's fighting Yugo. So, and some pretty good, interesting stuff until that paper airplane came in and just went boom. But I'm expecting to see what happened next chapter, because that was a pretty big explosion. Unless that picture they just showed in the end of the panel was what they imagined, but that's not what really happens. And it's just there just to make us be like, but one of those special cliffhanger pages, but it didn't really happen that way. But it was very interesting to see this chapter and things that happen. And yeah, I like Shishio and his people. Technically speaking, they should win, but you can't count smart people out either. So we're just gonna have to see what happens next weekend. Yeah, if you're not reading Dr. Stone, I have right here to hop on it. The comedy is extremely good with the science blend. It's not too boring, but it's not too jokative either. It's like a mix of both, where it gets you intrigued into the story. And it's basically the story itself that's very intriguing. But yeah, I have right here to go read it. There's only 77 chapters out. Hop on it now before it blows up. Cause I have a feeling it's one of those dark horses and showing right now. doesn't even have an anime and only 77 chapters out. And if I'm not mistaken, they're in the top 10 manga sales. Or they were. So either or, that's pretty good for something that's fairly new. They've only been out for 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. So, but yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts and opinions. Share with your family and friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.